a-hole for telling my sister her baby isn't a real baby? I, a 26-year-old female, got engaged to my fiance on January 1st. I was very excited to share with my family, of course, and everyone congratulated me and my fiance. I sent a picture of my ring to my family group chat as well as my Instagram, and everyone has been commenting on the fact that I got a very big diamond. My diamond is a lab-grown diamond that is just under 5 carats. I specifically asked for a lab diamond as I believe they're more ethical, as you never know if a mine diamond is a blood diamond. My sister, a 31-year-old female, was very excited for me, but as soon as I showed her my ring, her mood changed, and she was telling me that it was too flashy and that it's not practical and that it's too trendy and not timeless. My ring is a pear-shaped solitaire ring with a marquee band, and I love it. My sister then told me that there was no way that my fiance could afford my ring. True, if it was a mine diamond, it would be 10 times the price, and my fiance is a second-year resident, and that I should test it to see if it's a real diamond. I replied that since it's a lab diamond, it was a lot less expensive. She then proceeded to tell me how lab diamonds aren't real diamonds, and since they're made in a lab, it doesn't hold the same sentimental value. My sister's ring is a small 1 carat mine diamond, and it's beautiful. I never said anything bad about her ring, and it suits her. I tried to laugh it off, and I told her that I asked for a lab diamond and that I don't want a mine diamond. When I said that, she started yelling at me that it wasn't even a real diamond in the first place and that it was grown in a lab, not in the ground. That's when I said, by her logic, my niece wasn't a real baby then because she was an IVF baby and grown in a lab too. My sister and her husband had a lot of issues conceiving as my sister had some complications with endometriosis. Their IVF journey was really tough and they had multiple rounds and attempts and one miscarriage, but finally got lucky and had my very healthy niece last year. I know my sister had a hard time conceiving. That was kind of the point I was making. My niece started in a lab, but she has beautiful meaning behind her life too. When I made a comment that my niece wasn't a real baby because she was an IVF baby, my sister started crying over the phone. Her husband then called me and berated me and told me I was insensitive and couldn't understand the depths of her emotional turmoil and that I shouldn't have started a fight over a ring. He even said I was an ableist. I have endometriosis too. My mom says it's not a big deal, but I should let my sister cool off. I usually babysit my niece pretty often, but my sister hasn't been answering my calls for a week. My fiance says, although I probably shouldn't have said that, I was justified. I didn't mean it seriously. I know my niece is a real baby and I adore her and spoil her all the time. Am I the a-hole? Edit. I added a paragraph and fixed some grammatical errors. Also to update, as of this morning, my sister has called me asking for a babysitter. I suspected that this would be why she would call me as I have been babysitting for free when no one else in our family or brother-in-law family will. She apologized that her husband called me and cussed me out, but she didn't apologize for her comments. I apologized for what I said as it was insensitive, but explained to her that she misunderstood what I meant. And to everyone who is confused, I do not think IVF babies are not real babies. Obviously, I was so taken aback that some of you guys read my post and thought that. I said, by my sister's own logic, she thinks her baby isn't a real baby because apparently things can't be real if they're grown in a lab to her. The point I was making was my diamond is real just like her baby is real. First of all, congratulations on getting engaged this month. But ma'am, it sounds like you're used to using insults as a way to cope with your anger. I know your sister upset you, and I'd be upset too, but you lashed out with hurtful words, and it just seemed to roll off your tongue like it was nothing. You either don't know how or choose not to express your emotions in a healthier way. It sounds like this could also be a learned behavior or your way of just trying to feel more control of the situation. For the record, I'm responding before you made your edits to the post, but my opinion remains the same. Both you and your sisters are a-holes in this situation. The lab created diamond, as well as the IVF created baby, are both real. The only difference is in how they were formed. When an actor cries tears in the movies, are the tears running down the cheek not real? Because the emotion is staged? Actors learn how to borrow emotions from a real life situation in order to conjure up those feelings that can result in tears of sadness. But the actor then cries tears formed from a scripted emotion. It's still real tears. It's as real as your lab created diamond. Lab grown diamonds are 100% real diamonds with the same properties that natural diamonds have. There's no physical difference from natural diamonds, and you actually have to be a specialist to be able to tell them apart. Your sister felt the need to push her views on you even after you defended your position. Several times, in fact. I'm really sorry to hear that you and your sister said some really hurtful things. It's frustrating when someone close to you don't respect something so personal and meaningful to you. Both of you responded with ignorance and a lack of appreciation for alternative methods of producing the same results. There's a proper way, though, of expressing how your sister's words affected you. One-upping her with an insensitive insult was not the way. It may be a lost opportunity now, but your sister needs to know how her comment about your engagement ring felt dismissive of something you are really proud of. She honestly needs to respect that. This lets her know how her words impacted you while also giving her a chance to reflect on her own comment to you. If it's something that keeps coming up, you both are going to have a bigger conversation about respect and understanding in your relationship as sisters. It's completely valid to set boundaries around comments like this, but let me address the baby comment that you made. Sis, how could you? Do you not fully understand or appreciate the complexities and emotions involved with infertility? You must either have misconceptions or limited knowledge about IVF process since you see it as less natural or authentic than other ways of becoming a parent. I know you wrote your clarification statement, but ignorance can lead to dismissive or hurtful comments like the one you made to your sister. People sometimes project their own biases or insecurities with something unfamiliar, especially when they don't fully understand the science or emotional journey behind IVF. You showed a complete lack of empathy for your sister's personal struggle with infertility. Regardless of your reasoning, your comment doesn't make it okay. An IVF baby is just as real, loved, and special as any other, and it's completely valid for your sister to feel hurt by that remark. I'm happy to know that she had a successful pregnancy with a healthy baby in the end. Now, as far as you being quick with the comeback and future disagreements, I hope you don't take that kind of behavior into your marriage because it's wrong, it's dangerous, and it could be the downfall of your relationship with your husband. It can derail communication and trust. And while it might feel satisfying in the moment to win an argument or get back at someone, it can actually lead to a cycle of escalating negativity where both people are focused on getting even rather than solving the issue at hand. I'm so glad you came back with the update because I just love a happy ending. Hopefully, things work out really well between not only you and your sister and your brother in law, but also with you and your niece. And hopefully, you're that auntie that she really deserves. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.